1973, I've probably gone 100 times. I've been in Iran, Iraq, and Afghanistan. When you start in March, April, it's hotter than hell, everybody. And if you're going to strike, you better strike but March, April, or May, or you can't put boots on the ground. So if I listen to Sean, and they got to blow the bunkers, they got to blow up what we think is a nuclear threat to them, I don't think they'll use tactical nuclear. But I think they would go in and they would strike them the same brutality or the way we would push them around, and at the same time that the Iranians would hold. Everybody, the Iranians believe that the Inman, the 12th Inman, is going to return. The Shia believe. The Jews are waiting for Jesus the first time, because the whole story is this great Messiah is going to come and kill all the enemy and wipe them off the face of the earth. The reason why when Jesus, quote unquote, came, and he didn't kill any Romans, Peter just cut the ear off of one at Gethsemane, they said that wasn't him. The Christians is waiting for him to come back. And the Middle East is in the same place it was 2,000 years ago. Well, then the Islamic people have what's called the 12th Inman, who will come, who's identical to Jesus or the Christ or the Savior consciousness. He would return when the enemies surround the Holy Land. Then you have the Mithra legend, the legends of Mithra, the peacock angel. But when you sit and you realize that the great harlot Babylon, like the Testament in the book of Revelations, well, where is the great harlot Babylon on the left of Iran? It's America and Afghanistan. Where is the great harlot Babylon on the right of Iran? It's Americans in Iraq. Those fools want to bring it on. They want their Messiah to return. And they believe, if you listen to this president, if you listen to him, he's a devoted Madri. The army of Madri, which is Sadr, this is the name of that 12th Inman, their Messiah. I believe we'll hit them. I believe without any question we'll hit them. I believe they'll take it. I believe they won't react. They'll hold back. We'll blow up a couple little nuclear things and 3 or 4 pipelines, and they'll do a black flag, a false flag program. They'll shoot a bunch of Iraqis and put them in some uniforms and say they were killing Americans. And I believe they will do it soon. I'll do it because I believe it, because I see all the signs of warfare, and I know how you have to fight one. So as we sit and these deals are being made between us, I'll get in on it. because I believe what Richard was laying down as the most important factor, and the subtext of what Sean says. Somebody has got to control the presidency in 2012. There is a subtext behind it, because you must base fear. You must put it in place so the old patriarchal society can have its mark to hold on, the men. The rise of the matriarchal society, because the feminine comes back into power. We have an authentic, viable candidate that's a female for the presidency, and I don't give a damn who she is. At the very moment that a woman came to be a possibility to be elected to the presidency, the history of America changed that moment. That moment has changed. And so, guys, what is happening, what we're talking about, is the old trying to hold on to oil, controllable resources, and the new trying to give way. And I'll say they're going to hit them. I don't know if it'll be, I'm with Richard on the idea that it won't be as tough or as hard, because they know to hold their hand to 2012 to hit back. But I think that as you listen to this discourse between the two of them, you better realize that one of these scenarios is going to occur, and the only thing they're arguing is the degree and the intensity by which it is. it's not going to happen.
And the only reason it didn't happen last March is because the Joint Chiefs of Staff, for the first time, stood up to the President of the United States and said no. Said, this is too crazy, we're not doing this. And now Bush has successfully managed to fire every single one of those guys.
Every single one.
Every single one of those people that said no. The Joint Chiefs of Staff circumvented the White House and said, we ain't doing it, because the order came down to do it, to nuke Iran. And the Joint Chiefs said, no way, we're not doing this. And now, not only bypassed the chiefs, they replaced everybody there. Now we've got a bunch of bobbleheaded yes men that are now all sitting there in the Pentagon. And Bush has specifically rerouted all of the terms of command around the Joint Chiefs of Staff directly through the White House. Which is why Bush gets up on 60 Minutes and says, doesn't matter what the Congress thinks, it matters what I think. I'm the commander-in-chief, and I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm the decider. I'm the commander-in-chief, and I'm going to do what I want to do.
Let me jump in
probably
here.
Get a new question,
let me jump in
getting
here.
a little tired.
All right. How many used to watch the old Star Trek series?
Oh, give us a break, Richard.
Come on. Okay, all right.
Ask how many people in here didn't watch it.
Do you remember
3?
Robin raised her hand. That causes interesting things in our house from time to time. Anyway,
well, she loves you, so what difference?
The reason I asked the question, which apparently is completely off point, but is not. Do you remember the episode called the Corbomite Maneuver?
Yep.
You understand? I see blank faces all.
Have some Tranya.
Okay. The Corbomite Maneuver was all about playing poker.
Ron Howard's little brother.
It was about bluffing. These shifts of the Pentagon, the shifts of Central Command, the ships in the Mediterranean, all that. Remember, the Iranians don't know us like we know us, and they didn't watch Star Trek. I believe this is high-stakes. No, this is high-stakes poker.
I agree.
And I think that we're not going to do this. I think that this is all maneuvering. This is designed to telegraph messages that, yes, Bush is a wild man, Bush can do anything, but there is some sanity because they've got a bigger problem that they're facing, and I can demonstrate, as I will tonight and tomorrow and Monday night, that they've been at this bigger problem for a very, very, very long time, and in fact, John Kennedy may have paid with his life this problem.
And that's about the moon landing? You're talking about the knowledge
and going back.
Going back to the moon.
And going back, and how it relates to 2012. Keep in focus what this panel is about. It's about 2012, and even more important, it's not about what's going to happen in 2012, it's about the perception of what is going to happen. And if you're dealing with a fear-based culture, a fear-based patriarchal control system, their perception is everything. So the next 2 years are going to be extraordinarily interesting, and will you take the bet?
What, a military action in the United States?
That there is no military action. It's all about the Corbomite Maneuver. It's about bluff.
No, because I haven't viewed it, and what I'm trying to impart is I'm trying to impart information that was given to me from people in the intelligence community about what's happening. Okay. And I'm imparting it as information to all of you. I am praying that it doesn't happen, and I don't want it to happen, and I hope that what you're saying occurs, that it doesn't happen.
Okay.
So,
which is another way of saying he doesn't himself know what
oh, stop it, you. Stop it, you.
He said he wouldn't take the bet.
He begged me one time because I bet him that he had to speak for 45 minutes, and I said, there's no way you can talk for only 45 minutes. And he copped $100 off me, so it's like, yeah.
Smart move, Richard.
I don't know where the guy with the talking stick is. I don't know where did he run away?
Well, wait, no. Got 5, gentlemen. We've got 5 minutes left until 5:30.
Geez.
I've got a question for the panel, and I don't care who answers it. My question is, the whole myth thing, part of the myths are true, part of Revelations is true. It's all like the story twisted, so you get bits and pieces of it and all that. RFID chips are coming out. The mark of the beast is now possible. My question is, I know why they want to put RFID chips in us. Why is it bad for the soul, or why would it be bad as a third-dimensional being to have one? Not that I know they're going to know everything anyway. They're going to know it anyway. I work for the government. I know.
You the IRS, sugar.
Yes, I do. I'm a raging.
Okay, that answer will be in my workshop tomorrow afternoon.
I can't come tomorrow. But it's the one thing.
Somebody else want to talk about RFD chips? Nobody's brought this up before. Nick? say
Yeah,
something?
I do actually. The RFID chips came up on a program I was on with Art Bell in December, and he asked, what would be the power source, and and I speculated, and he said, well, I just don't see it, and we argued a little bit about it, and it was at the electronics show in Nevada a couple weeks later.